Let's get one thing clear. Communicating with a minor with the intent to meet them and engage in adult activities, it's a crime. If the individual is below the age of 18, it's a crime in Kenya and it's a crime in the United States. So when Marwa decided to invite his friend, who, in all fairness, was 18 by the time she came to the United States, that is after he engaged over a period of at least a year and a half, going to 2 years, communicating with a minor with the intent to engage in adult activities. When he invited the young lady in my house, that put me in a very tricky situation. Yes, she was 18, but the behavior of Marwa, where he's unable to take no, and he turns into this very angry and aggressive person. You've seen it with Priya.
Priya was telling everybody we're buddies, we're this. That really made me feel annoyed. You don't have to.
Why must you be annoyed?
I swear, I feel like not traveling with you, you know? I don't even know why I'm with you here. I don't know.
Shall I go by flight then?
Yeah, you can go. I don't care.
Already booked the ticket.
I don't care. If you
I'm
go
coming by bus.
If you whatever.
Just
to do what?
I can go.
So I can't go alone, you think?
Okay.
Because I don't see any point of going with you anywhere.
Marwa, don't be upset.
Because everywhere we are going, she's telling everybody we are buddies, nothing. Different seats, do this. It's embarrassment for me.
No.
To hell with you.
You've seen it. This is nothing new. In the past few episodes I've released of The Circus, you had a chance to see the way he has treated other women as well. Well, all that built up until the day we picked up the young lady at the airport and arrived in my home. You can imagine that aggressive personality in my house was not something that I was going to stand for. In fact, it is something that's extremely dangerous and that could have put not just Marwa in trouble, but also my cousin or myself. Because make no mistake about it, 3 black men in the house with a young 18-year-old white female. The situation could have turned very sour. And Marwa, you are very lucky that all I did was kick you out. It could have been a lot worse for you. A certain type of behaviors and activities, you can get away with it in Africa. You can get away with it in many other places. But one place where you would not get away with it is the United States. So as a homeowner, I refuse to put myself in a situation where I was not only disrespected, at the same time put in a jeopardizing position. Because make no mistake about it, a white lady accusing a black man of harassment, any type of harassment, will not be taken lightly. So I did what I did, and I don't regret a bit of it. So in this, what I hope will be the final episode of The Circus, I will address in full what really transpired in my house on that day. There's nothing new here. Many of you have followed the drama when it first unfolded last year. Many of you are aware what already took place. Many of you have taken sides already, and this video may not even change anything. One thing I came to realize by releasing these videos is that many people have made up their minds already. So these videos is a way for me to clear my name for those who are still willing to listen to my side of the story. What I'm doing is extremely time consuming. However, it must be done. Otherwise, I am crushed in the internet by someone who has a channel that is significantly larger than mine. What should I do when faced by cyberbullying? Many of you have come to my channel to tell me to stop filming, to stop responding, to stop making these videos, and I've claimed to be bored. Guys, if this is boring for you, simply click off and go watch something else. I am not forcing anyone to watch these. And I've stated perfectly in my first video the following. If you're watching Ivaintures for travel content, I will kindly advise that you do not watch this video because I don't want to waste your time, because it is a waste of your time and it's a waste of mine. So, viewing, commenting in this video is purely voluntary. There will be no refund to your time. So if you don't like to watch, this is your chance, walk away. There will be no refund past this point. Now, for those of you who remain, thank you for watching. Let's delve deeper into this subject. Welcome to the circus. Hello everyone. Welcome to I Am Marwa Circus. We are going to be diving into a world that resembles reality, but truly is just a circus. Imagine a place where everything is imaginary and the truth is in front of your eyes. Yet, you are distracted by the sideshows and spectacles that you miss what's really happening. Just like a circus, the world is filled with distractions designed to blind you from reality. Stay with me as we peel back the layers and uncover the truth behind the spectacle. Let's get started. So guys, when this whole episode happened last year, when I had no choice but to ask Marwa to leave my home, I was viciously attacked by the internet. Many people, some of you guys watching, came on my comments and were stating very aggressive insults against me. And you guys were attacking not just me, but anybody that I was collaborating with. Meanwhile, I never wanted this to go public. I never intended for this issue to become something for the internet to consume. Unfortunately, by the time I realized that there was nothing else for me to do, I decided to respond. I did an interview and I discussed the main point on somebody else's channel. Many of you guys, if you Google, you can find out exactly the channel that I'm talking about. What's different this year is that as Marwa is growing bigger on the platform, I have no choice but to respond to him at this time. I refuse to sit idly by as Marwa is making up stories, distorting the facts, trying to destroy my reputation. YouTube is something that I enjoy doing quite a bit. And as many of you guys are watching me on the screen right now, realize one thing: you don't know me. You don't know Marwa. What you see is a video. To know someone, you need to spend time with them. And many of you have formed opinion on Marwa because you've seen him for many, many years. And I understand that. But it does not mean that you know who Frederick is. He plays a character on YouTube. He plays poor. He plays a lot of things in order to attract sympathy towards you guys, in order to collect money. This man literally lives in a house of donations. More power to him. But don't let me digress. What I want to start with on this video is discuss cyberbullying. It's not something that I could possibly ignore at this point. Cyberbullying has very big negative consequences. It is almost impossible to not respond publicly at this point. Number one, perception of reality. When you see something on the internet, if it's false, if that's all you see, you're more likely than not to believe that that is reality. So when something is completely false, it's important to challenge those things. And when it has to do with your name, you have very few options. If you say nothing at all, like in my case last year, Marwa has been running around talking about me. He's been throwing jabs here and there in different places. Argentina, he talked about me. Check it out.
He has to do collabos, forcing false narrative.
In Brazil, he talked about me. In Mexico City, he talked about me.
So he sees, if I'm around Marwa, I'll be able to get what is around him.
He called me many things, ranging from that guy to the DC guy. Sometimes he says my name, sometimes he doesn't. Recently is the first time he fully says my name and the name of my channel. He was particularly angry, and I think part of it is because he was denied a visa, and of course he accuses me of being the reason behind that. Folks, I have nothing to do with Marwa's visa being denied, but I must address these accusations publicly as well in order to protect my name and my reputation. The second reason is reputation damage. Guys, this accusation can have a long time effect on my name and my channel. It can also impact my relationships, not just in my private life, but also with many different people. Some of you guys I might meet on the metro, I might meet vlogging around, and from far, you look at me and you have this negative thought about me. As big as the world seems, the world is actually very, very small. And we will cross paths, some of you guys, together one day. And I want you guys to not have these thoughts about me based on complete fabricated stories made up by Marwa. That's why I decided to respond to this. Those attacks can reach a wide audience and therefore amplifying the damage. The damage is twofold. Somebody accuses you of one thing, but then you have these echo chambers, right? You have these secondary channels that will pick up the story, create their own content, and spread it further on the internet. So that's another reason why I cannot ignore these cyberbullying attacks launched against me by Marwa. My name is out there, information is being pushed, videos are being made, and I must provide my response so people can hear my side of the story, so people can hear the truth, and we can put this hopefully to rest. Another reason why I cannot ignore these cyber attacks is because of the psychological effect it has. For many of you guys, this is really funny. Imagine waking up and your name is on social media being thrown to the mud by different people. People accusing you for different things, questioning your sexuality because you keep yourself private, questioning everything about you, accusing you of the most disgusting things. And, you know, for a continent like Africa where certain acts are illegal, it is quite interesting how many Africans have come up on my channel to accuse me of certain acts. It's like such a disgusting mind. I will never, guys, I will never tell you about my private life. I'm a proud straight male, but I don't have to prove anything to you guys. So by responding quickly, I have the ability this time to reach a certain network of support. Now, people who are open-minded and who have not made their mind based on the lie can hear what I have to say and understand where I'm coming from. I chose to be quiet for far too long. I haven't said anything. And I believe that's part of the reason why Marwa took comfort in sitting on his chair and talking about me for this long. Because he knew Ivan is not responding. What do I have to lose? Ivan is not going to say anything. I can just keep saying things. I can keep saying that. But this time, I decided to meet him right where he's at. Now, many of you guys are coming and telling me that I'm trying to destroy his reputation, that I'm trying to come here for views, I'm trying to do this and that. Guys, I'm a YouTuber. Of course I want views. Who doesn't when they're on YouTube? But that's not the main reason why I'm here. The main reason why I'm here is to clear my name, is to let you guys hear the other side of the story, because what he has been saying about me is not true. So coming here, I had to do it in a very specific way. I had to address point by point that he has made. Guys, he's lied so much, it's been difficult for me to address them all. Too many lies. But I've addressed some of the main points that he has made, so you guys can hear where I'm coming from. So you can see the other angle that he's trying to hide from you, so that you watching me will not subscribe, will hate me, will think I'm this person and that person. And some of you guys watching have made that decision already. You don't even know me. The things I have taken from Marwa, if it was in your house, you would have never taken it. Never. You would never support it. Most people cannot handle what I've handled with Marwa. Not just when the Polish lady arrived, before that. I have taken way too much. And part of it is my fault, because I didn't address it right away. I let Marwa get away with one thing after the next, after the next. And that's why we are here today. So in a nutshell, I'm here to set the record straight and to encourage others to talk. Many women have been victimized by Marwa. I've received several messages that I unfortunately cannot publish because I don't have authorization from these ladies. But I want to let you know, the behavior that Marwa is engaged in is very similar to what R. Kelly was engaged in, which is committing crime almost in the public way, but everybody's just watching. Nobody's saying anything. The friends don't want to say anything because they want the subscribers, they want the views. And you, the public, you know it's wrong the way he treated Priya. You've seen it. You see the attitude that he has. Simply for being told no, he gets so aggressive. This is with the camera rolling. This is something he posted himself. That's how narcissistic he is. He doesn't even think it's a problem for him to post something that displays who he is. Because for Marwa, it's all about views. It's all about views, no matter what. No matter what. So, this is also to encourage others to come forward. If Marwa has harmed you in any way, make it known. Many women that he has met have felt they were harassed because of something he has done. Most of them have. But they won't come forward. Just like most ladies who are harassed sexually don't say anything. This is a problem. He can get away with it on the streets. He can get away with it on your TV screen. But he cannot get away with it in my house. I refuse to be part of this behavior. That's why, despite how popular he is on YouTube, despite how many friends he has, despite all the things that he claims I'm jealous of, I chose that day to put Marwa out of my house. I kicked him out, and I'm proud that I did. I only have one regret. I wish I did it sooner. I wish I did it sooner. Because I know Marwa, now that he's a homeowner, what he did to me in my house is not something that he would tolerate in his. Nobody will be okay with that type of behavior in their home. Nobody. So here are my top videos in 2024 so far. You see, none of this appears. So I think I mentioned this previously. It's actually bad for business. You know, this is not what I'm online for. That's why I hope that we can put this issue to rest with this video and we can move forward. And I suggest and I highly recommend Marwa to just leave me alone and stop talking about me, and we can carry on. He has his lane, I got my lane, and we share some subscribers. They're not his subscribers. You don't own anybody, right? You don't own anyone. So my subscribers, you have subscribers that are shared. Some of them watch Marwa, they watch many other content creators out there, including Ivaintures. I don't own anybody. So let's stop with this, you know. And this attitude of possession is the same that he has when he says to women, when he talks about women, he says, my girl. When he says, my girl, she's not your girl. You know, the Polish lady is a girl you were talking to. She was never your girlfriend. She never said that she was your girlfriend. You never dated her. You met her when she was 16 years old. Now, Marwa claims that he walked into a club and the club was 21 and up. That's what he says. Guys, this is the name of that club. How did you guys meet?
Okay, so we are the club in level 27 in Warsaw when he came to Poland.
And like many clubs in Europe, it is 18 and up. The drinking age in Europe is 18. Now, I must tell you, yes, it is possible that someone underage gets in the club. It's very easy to do in Europe because they don't check IDs many times. You can just walk in. It is possible that Marwa met the young lady when he didn't know that she was underage. However, in the course of their communication, he knew she was underage. He knew. So Marwa asked me when we were in New York to purchase the ticket for her, and I told him no. And I'm glad I told him no. So he ended up wiring the money to her because for some reason he said that immigration, you know, and customs was going to check her further if they knew that he bought the ticket. So it's better she buys it on her own. That's what he told me. So he sent her the money. Marwa knew for the past 2 years that the lady he was talking to was underage. And yet he continued to talk to her. This is a crime in the United States. And as much as Marwa is not American, he had at the time an American visa. So guess what, Marwa? The things that you do overseas with that visa can impact your entry in the United States. Like many countries, if you are engaged in a behavior that goes against the country you're trying to visit, they will deny entry to you. This is why I think your visa was denied. It has nothing to do with me. For almost 3 hours, you talked without taking responsibility for anything that you have done. So let's get into the laws of this real quick. So you can see on the side of the screen here, we're going to be talking about federal charges coming just simply from a conversation. What Marwa was doing, engaging in this conversation, you can see one of his texts here. And the funny thing about Marwa is that he doesn't take no for an answer. I think I've established that. But he actually thinks that it's his duty to keep pushing, you know, until he's heard. Hear what he said about Priya.
Guys, there's a little tension between me and Priya.
No, there's no tension. You're just making a big deal.
Why am I making it a big deal?
Come, let's
It's because there's a hot girl next to me and she's friend zoning me all the time. We have to complain until our rights are heard.
So you see his state of mind. This is truly what he believes. So guys, in the United States, you can have a federal charge simply from a conversation with a minor. The statute is 18 USC section 2422B, like Bravo. Let's go. This section prohibits someone who coerces or attempts to coerce, persuade or induce or entice a minor to engage in prohibited sexual activity. The statute itself prohibits the conversation or what would typically be a conversation if it would be a form of persuasion or coercion or enticement. Simply communicating with a minor, you can get a federal charge. Meaning, if convicted, you get prison time in the federal system in the United States. This is not a joke. I know that. I know that. So, I guess my fault was not asking Marwa how old the girl was that was coming. No, she was 18. But think about it. The guy that I considered my friend, this clown, was engaged in a conversation with a minor for well over a year and a half, almost 2 years. I have several of those conversations because I asked the lady to send them to me. I have them on my phone. For many of you guys who think this is AI, let's see how AI it is when it reaches the government. It is not AI. It is not AI. These are serious crimes that Marwa was engaged in. And he knows that. And yet he provokes me, attacks me, talks trash about me because they think he's invincible. Folks, imagine your young daughter being harassed by a guy like him. You know, it took him years to convince her to come over. Years. He invited her to Kenya. He invited her to many, many places. And because he has a huge following, she was okay talking to him. Because as a TikToker herself, she was trying to grow her platform. That is something that you will find typically with a lot of these ladies who interact with Marwa. Many times it comes down to content creation. But because he's big on YouTube, they decide to hook up with him, and the hope is for them to grow their channels. You know? And he takes advantage of that position. And it's all fun and good. But when you're dealing with a minor, you have to be very careful. So that's the background story on this. Just simply by talking to this young lady, Marwa was already engaged in a behavior that could lead to him getting in trouble in the United States. Federal charges, guys. This is not funny. I know I turned this into a circus, but what we're discussing in this video is not funny at all. It's not funny, you know? And I strongly suggest, Marwa, you need to review the way you behave. You know, you might get away with it in your small village where you tell 14-year-olds to get into modeling. Guys, check out this clip.
She's 14. Okay. Yes. I just looked at her and I think she can be a big star. She's 14.
This is already what he does. Now, YouTube has rules against posting minors. You're supposed to check with parents. You're supposed to have parental approval before you post minors in this degree. Do you think Marwa checked with the parents first or the guardians before he was filming with this young lady in that degree? Where he's salivating on her and basically telling her to turn around and he can look at her and all of these things. These are some of the cringe moments that you will find on his channel. For those of you watching him, you know what I'm talking about. It is not okay. But I repeat, this is what he does in public. Imagine in private in my home. What do you want me to do? Was I supposed to just sit there? Was I supposed to just say, it's okay? When the lady is saying no, but somebody keeps pushing, what was I supposed to do? What would you do? Now, what is the right thing to do? I don't regret what I've done. I'm glad I asked them to leave. So guys, previously I released a video where I discussed what happened between Marwa and Heidi that he accused me of stealing. And I've also released another video which is Heidi's full statement about what happened between her and Marwa. Some of you guys have already seen those videos. Now, when I'm flashing on the screen here, and feel free to pause and read the conversation. But for the sake of the video, I'm going to keep talking, but I will leave it on the screen and you can feel free to keep following the conversation or just simply pause it and read it for yourself. Why am I posting this conversation? This is a conversation between Marwa and Heidi. Now remember, he said to you guys that after he asked her why I blocked her or she blocked me, that we stopped communicating. That's what he said. But like everything else in this video that he has made, he's lying. He's lying. In fact, after Marwa was kicked out of my house, he went to the Mutuas. When he left the United States and he started traveling in South America, he reached out to Heidi again. He reached out to her from Brazil. He suggested, as you read, that she comes over. They can spend time together. Now, the guy who claims to have so much game, so many ladies, is still pursuing a woman who half the time does not respond to him. And when it comes to Heidi, folks, I want to let you guys know, after her trip to Mexico, where she was shown in very compromising situations with Marwa, she lost her job. Heidi was terminated after those videos surfaced. Ladies out there, be careful what you post on YouTube. Be careful with these YouTubers who want to film you in these weird situations to get clicks and views. It can have a serious impact on your job. If not now, maybe later. That's what happened to Heidi. All of this kissing and all of that, she lost her job at the time. You know, luckily she was able to get another job afterwards. But she learned, and that's part of the reason why she's skeptical about coming back on YouTube. So that's one thing I want to point out with these cameras and this content out there. Be very careful what you decide to post on the internet. It may have very serious consequences in your life. So what I want you guys to keep in mind is that Marwa reached out to Heidi, despite the fact that she will respond and sometimes she will not respond. He doesn't get a clue. He can't read between the lines that like she's not interested. He reached out to her in Brazil. He reached out to her in Argentina. He reached out to her when he was in Buenos Aires. Come and visit me in Argentina. Come and visit me in Argentina. And he reached out to her in Mexico. Guys, who did he meet in Mexico? His current girlfriend, wife, not sure what she is really. He, as he was dating the lady that is now his, soon-to-be wife, he was still reaching out to Heidi, asking, for her to come to Mexico City. But that should not be a surprise. You already know this guy has claimed to be a polygamist. I'm pretty sure if she was to check on his messages right now, she would find him attempting conversations with different other women. That is Marwa. That is Marwa. But he wants to accuse me and pay me to be something that I'm not. Now, as we're recording these videos, I want you guys to know that Marwa is still running his mouth talking about me. Ever since he released the video, The Ungrateful People That I Helped, he has gone live several times, and each time he still mentions me. He doesn't stop. The only difference with his lives now is that he does it with his glasses upside down, in true clown fashion.
I want to leave that topic gone. All I did was to speak for myself one time only. And people have made thousands of videos everywhere. It's like when you go to a big corner and open one bucket like this, and the rats start running helter-skelter, left, right.
And he claims, I mentioned what I had to say one time. It doesn't matter. First of all, it's not true. You see, he's still lying. Marwa has been talking about me for over a year. You guys know I never really responded to him. This is the first time I do so, because I'm just tired of it. I have to finally tell you guys the truth. I have to let you guys hear what truly transpired. Regardless of what he thinks, he does not control how many times I choose to respond. He can throw things out there that are complete lies, but I can't do the same. I have to get into the details and give you guys proof that what I'm saying is actually true. Because unfortunately, if you are here and somebody's here on YouTube and they accuse you of something, most people in the public will believe the person with a bigger channel. I don't know why, but it's just the way it goes. So for me, being a smaller channel, I have to come back with proof and let you guys hear my perspective. I can't just be running my mouth like he's doing. I can't do it. Now, he has that thing about, people trying to be like him.
I've been doing this for 7 years. You can't be me right now. But people want to be me right now just because I'm next to them.
I'm not trying to be like Marwa at all. I'm not trying to be like Marwa at all. Guys, for those of you who've seen my videos, you see how different we are. There's nothing Marwa does in his videos that I'm trying to copy. Not whatsoever. Marwa has his way of doing things. They believe in raw content. I don't. Marwa thumbnails a certain way. Mine are completely different. We're nothing alike. I'm not knocking him. We're just different. Some of you enjoy watching him and enjoy watching me as well. We are not the same, and that's okay. And that's what makes YouTube amazing, is that you can have different style of creation. But this obsession about saying people want to be like him and this and that, guys, it's not true. I do not want to be like I am Marwa. I know you guys want to hear from the Polish thing. I will address these accusations soon, but let me first mention a couple of things. When it comes to even thumbnails, when Marwa was staying in my house, because sometimes, most of the time he'd be in his room and You know, he wouldn't come down only just to eat and stuff. He's actually a very socially awkward person. When he was in the room, he would send me the picture. And then he would send me another picture and he would say, can you please remove the background? Can you put this together? Guys, check out the text messages right here. This is Marwa asking me to remove the background and put the thumbnail together for him. And then I did, and I sent it back to him, and he liked it, and he posted it. And as of the time of me posting this video, it is still his thumbnail on that DC meetup. You see, Marwa knows I try to be good at creating thumbnails. I try to make good videos. Marwa knows that. That's why when he came over, he didn't have a problem asking me to put the thumbnail for him. He didn't hesitate for a second. So now, let me address the DC meetup. It was a little bit tough to coordinate this, but we'll see how many people come.
And I'm really happy to meet Marwa. I started following long time ago.
The restaurant is called Oficina. I've never been there before. It's going to be a first for Marwa as well. So we have the first supporters here, moderators, Jason and Gina, all the way from New York, man.
Brooklyn.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Awesome. Please have a seat.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's your little gift? You know.
Oh, wow.
Most of you guys who came to that meetup know who was coordinating everything. I was behind the whole organization, the planning, and throughout the whole process, I set everything for Marwa. I knew he had a lot of supporters in the area, so I told him, man, you know, maybe you should do a meetup instead of meeting people here, meeting people there. He said, oh my God, that's a good idea. So just like that, we picked a day, we picked a location. This meetup was extremely important for Marwa, not just for him to meet his subscribers, but it was, guys, at this meetup that Marwa met Jason and Gina and Matua for the very first time. How are you doing, brother? Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. All right. Nice to meet you. Guys, Jason and Gina have been some of Marwa's strongest supporters. You guys know their presence online. They are there. When they like you and they support you, they are there. They are the definition of true friends. They are ride or die. That beautiful couple, they drove from New York to Washington, D.C. to meet Marwa. And they came. And it was a pleasure for me to meet them. And I'm glad that we are still friends to this day. They are amazing supporters. Guys, it's extremely difficult to make friends in this YouTube platform. There's a lot of underground competition that people have. Sometimes YouTubers act like if they support you or help you, it's gonna impact their success. Guys, the platform is so big, there's room for everyone. Nobody understands it more than Jason and Gina. They will shout you out for free. They're not expecting anything from you. They will tell subscribers of theirs to go subscribe to your channel. They will do that over and over again. They are an amazing couple. So if you never heard of Jason and Gina, please go check out that channel. I will put the link in the description. Shout out to Jason and Gina. It was at this meetup that I had the pleasure to meet them. I knew who they were, but I never met them in person. Jason and Gina was I Am Marwa's strongest moderators. And later on, he found out that they were watching, you know, Black Beauty TV, like most of us do. And he got upset.
Somebody says, Marwa, you dropped Jason and Gina as moderators. Yes, I did. I have personal reasons why I did so. No problem. And I will still drop more. I just want to be alone.
And just like he told people to unsubscribe to my channel, he told people to unsubscribe to their channel. Guys, Jason and Gina went through a lot. It sucks to have these subscribers go like that. It sucks. Anybody tell you they don't care is lying. It hurts, especially when there's this that many, because you just don't know how far it's gonna go. And this is a result and a reflection of your work and effort. Their channel was dwindling. I think they got close to 1,000 or even went under 1,000. Reach out to them. They will tell you themselves. They have, I think, made lives about this. Guess what Jason and Gina did? They decided to work even harder. They decided to keep pushing content. They decided to travel. And despite the fact that they both have their own jobs, they still put content out there. Guys, it's one thing to be a full-time YouTuber, to wake up like Marwa does with a camera in your hand and everything you do is content. It's something else to be a professional, where you have to jiggle between your work, your schedule, and actually putting content. You guys watching these videos don't know. Even a 30 minutes video, how much time it takes to make. It's hours and hours of work. It has to make sense. It has to be done right. Otherwise, you won't come back. It's only when a content creator takes the time to put good content out there that you guys actually take time to come back as well. And you think it's paying us so much. It doesn't. especially when you're part-time, you know? So Jason and Gina came from the bottom and now they're here. Guys, check out their channel. Look where they are now. Shout out to Jason and Gina, man. Shout out to Jason and Gina. They didn't need the clown to push their channel. They didn't need anything. They believed in themselves and decided to push and keep on pushing. And they did it. Same thing for me. So if you're watching and you're thinking, man, I need to meet this clown in order for him to clown around and for me to get my viewers up, my subscribers count up. No. Let me bring up this gentleman. I forgot his name. You can see him on the screen here with I am Marwa. This is a gentleman who came to the meetup, who missed his flight to stick around and talk to Marwa. He missed his flight. He came to DC. He missed his flight to Florida to see Marwa. He missed his flight. And guess what happened? Look at the channel. Did he get any other shout outs? Did he get any advice that really helped him in grow his content? He's still posting, you know, shout out to him. He's still posting, but you can see it's not what you think. Meeting Marwa would not do for your channel what you think it will do. You know who is going to change your channel? You yourself. Get motivated, get excited about what you post, figure out what your niche is, and go for it. Over and over and over, don't stop. No matter how many you get 10 views, it doesn't matter, just keep going. That's YouTube for you. You need to believe in yourself. So that's what happens. So another thing I want to tell you guys is like when he talks, you need to pay attention, not just to what he's saying, but also his non-verbal clues. He's a real clown and a pathological liar, like I have been mentioning. So when he was talking about Michele Ponte, this is what he said.
He doesn't like to work. He likes to chill and say, Marwa, pasta por favor.
You see the way he leans back on that chair and makes it up about Ponte claiming that he does not like to work? Now look what he said in my living room when we had a conversation about hard work.
You don't like to have a normal job.
I don't
and you're
want
lazy
to work hard.
get a normal job.
I don't want to
Maybe
work
that's
hard.
what.
Stop. My idea is nobody wants to work hard.
Okay.
Everybody wants to chill.
Okay.
No, but look, I'm gonna tell you something. But maybe
You see
for
I'm
you.
chilling? You see I'm chilling?
Exactly, because for you, the job that you do, you
This is the
enjoy
best
it.
life
Marwa,
of a human being.
Can I talk?
Yes.
Can I talk?
Notice how he takes the same position. You can watch the video, it's live on my channel. He was talking about how he doesn't like hard work. And he proceeded to talk about how he'd rather chill on the beach and get a massage. There's 2 videos regarding that subject, filmed in my house, check it out. And you will see that what he's claiming about Michele Ponte is actually false. Just like he did for me, he's trying to tarnish another YouTuber's reputation. If you don't get along with him, he uses his channel as a way to bully you, for you to lose subscribers, and to tarnish your name and reputation. So this is why I mentioned that. When it comes to reactors, because this is what he does, some people are wondering, why are so many people against him? He doesn't hesitate to attack people, and he uses his platform as a way to do that. So this is what he claimed about reactors a few months ago.
I feel people who actually watch those people by the name reactors are people who are mentally challenged.
He's claiming people are lying and fabricating things, when in fact they're just making comments about what he has posted. There's no need to fabricate anything. This man posts everything and he's proud to say is raw footage. So leaves himself open to criticism time and time and time again. So he claimed that I wanted to be near him in order to get what's around him. Guys, this clown cannot get what's around him himself. The young lady that he invited over was not his. She never said she would be. She's a young 18-year-old that he's been grooming for 2 years before she came in the US. That grooming period is illegal. It's called solicitation of a minor. It is a federal crime in the United States. And I wouldn't be surprised because Marwa often claims that he's a public figure. So he does these things publicly, they leak on YouTube, people talk about it. It doesn't take much for them to end up in the ears of a federal official who would then take the appropriate action. It doesn't take much to be either denied a visa. Nobody has a right to a visa. You can be denied for any reason. And Marwa has a lot of reasons to be denied a visa that have nothing to do with me. But like always, he has to find someone to blame for his problems, because ultimately Marwa is responsible for absolutely nothing. Now let's talk about what happened with the lady from Poland by the name of Paulina. Guys, this is a subject that has been discussed left, right, up and down and center. But one thing I've never done, I have never released my version of that day. See, as a YouTuber, I was also creating content on that day. Marwa has released a video by the title Broken Stories, in which he releases the videos that he could put together, because the evening did not go exactly as he planned. He was a little bit discouraged, so he just pieced videos together that he could in order to create that one video that he called Broken Stories. But instead of just starting from the beginning and just tell you everything, because if you look on the internet, people have reacted on those videos, people have made comments about this. I did an interview last year, you know, you can check that out if you're really interested in this, you know, drama. You can find out about it. But I must tell you, that day I was also filming, and because of all the negative comments I was getting at the time, I chose to back off and not release my videos. You have a video of a walk that I have completed with Marwa that I have never released in DC. We also have a video where we visited 2 embassies, the Embassy of Cameroon and the Embassy of Kenya. That was my idea. I was gonna take him to several, you know, embassies. We did those 2. We were gonna do more, but since we stopped being friends, we never finished that video. And you know, there's also my version of the DC meetup. I was a different YouTuber last year. Under attack, I backed off. And I told myself, you know what? People are saying that I'm just looking for views, I'm just looking for clicks. Guys, I'm a YouTuber. Of course I want clicks and views. Shocking. It's like saying a fisherman is looking for fish. Duh, of course. So this year, I decided, because I'm under attack, and because Marwa has released every single video we filmed together, and those videos have given him views, still continue to give him views, therefore paying him, part of it is my image, my house, my ideas that he was able to put together and generate views. I must also release my videos, regardless of how some of you guys feel. Either before I release this response or after, I will release those videos. And they will do on the internet what they do. Whether they get a lot of views or not, it doesn't matter. I will release them. And I will tag him on it. They were willful collaborations, and it's within my right to also generate the views and money that I can from them. So I will be releasing those videos soon. All this to say, the best way I'm gonna address this issue with a young lady by the name of Paulina from Poland is to address the accusations that he has made against me. I will address them piece by piece, and then at the end, I will release those videos that I have filmed on my own, and you guys can make your own conclusions. I heard some people think Paulina is still in my house. Think whatever you want, it doesn't matter. I don't know who you are. You can think whatever you want, it doesn't matter. But I'm gonna continue to do my thing. I'm gonna continue to produce videos. And after all of this is over with, I will keep traveling and doing my thing. So your opinion, as negative as it may be, has no direct impact on me. But I must tell the truth to the people who care to look into and figure it out on their own. So that being said, let's go ahead and get started on the Marwa's accusations. So guys, on that day, we woke up like any other day in Washington, DC. And that's the day the young lady, Paulina, was landing. You know, we had to go to the airport, Washington Dulles Airport, which is located about an hour away from where I live. So Marwa filmed his vlog and I filmed mine. So as I'm responding, I'm gonna try to show you what I can, when I can combine both, and you can make up your mind from there. So we arrived at Dulles, and right around the time when she was supposed to land, so me and Marwa had a little chat outside.
Why are we here, bro?
We're gonna be picking maybe a Marwa second wife.
So we don't really know what the chemistry is gonna be on the screen, because I don't like to film people unless they have a certain vibe, right? So
yeah, let's see.
Let's see.
I don't know yet.
Yes.
Let's see, because she's new, and so we're balancing everything.
That's right. Trying to balance everything. We're gonna be going there to the baggage claim and trying to pick up the friend.
So we walked to the airport, and we were just chatting, having, you know, some more conversations.
We are here at the baggage claim section of Dulles International Airport. This is where all my dreams end. When you travel, you are having such a good time, and then you come back home and you're like, Oh my gosh, I
back
can't
again.
believe I'm back. So right here, guys, this is where all the dreams end. Right here, you come and get your bag and you go back to reality. This is a lifestyle that Marwa here has avoided because his dream never ends. Every day is a vacation, man.
Every day I'm on the road. I'm on the road.
That's right.
257.
Yeah.
I'm on the road. And nothing can stop me. I'm looking forward.
Yeah.
Something like, there's that song, man.
That's right.
I love that song.
Yeah. And guys, I'm gonna show you guys the arrival board here. You can see how many flights are landing here. This is a very big airport. Let's go. You can see from Abu Dhabi all the way. You have like American cities mixed with like international places like Dublin right here. You have London, and all of these flights, you know, are landed at the same time. Lisbon, you know.
Where's Key West?
Key West is in Florida.
Oh,
Yeah, Key West is in Florida. So you have basically all of these different locations here.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah, and you have to keep track of this. So the best way to track where persons are coming from, you know, to make it easy, you look at the baggage claim, the number. But we're actually going to go to the international arrival section. That way he can see his friend actually getting out.
Man, I don't know why this is
Sarasota. I think that sounds like a city in Florida as well.
Oh.
I think so. I might be wrong, but I think it sounds like a place in Florida. Toronto, yes.
YYZ.
Yeah. You went to Zurich, right?
Yeah, this is international.
Yeah, that's a traveler right there. He knows places after places.
I don't know where this is.
San Antonio is in Texas.
No, not San Antonio.
Rochester is in New York.
In New York?
Yeah, Rochester is New York. All right. So everybody's waiting for the bags over here, but me and him, we're gonna go sit at the international arrival section.
Lots of people.
Lots of people.
Feels like a village.
Yeah, man. So it's weird for me to be here because, man, every time I come here, I'm going somewhere. And today I don't have my suitcase, man. I'm in the Matrix, guys. I'm in the Matrix. So you see how the people are just arriving here from all over the place.
I feel like they are coming from like a seminar or something, like,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
like a trip, school trip or
That's
something.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
Man, what's up with your shades, man? These are some new shades or what? Oh, that's what you had in India.
So I bought new ones here in DC because the other ones actually kinda like by themselves were like
They started cracking?
not cracking, but you see this color gets like
Yeah.
it's like a window which you've scratched.
Scratch. Oh, wow.
So yeah, so now I have this.
You got some new ones. All right.
Yeah.
So let's go to the international arrival section. So we have arrived at the international section here.
Oh, this is the international.
This is the international arrival. So all of these people here are actually waiting for, you know, their significant other to, or friend or coworkers to arrive.
arrive.
So we can actually have a seat right there if you like, because we don't know how long it's gonna take.
All right.
And just wanted to show you guys, people, that's what's going on. You know, you got Starbucks out here. You cannot have an American airport without Starbucks. Starbucks is always part of the party.
Who owns Starbucks actually?
I honestly don't know, bro.
But it's an American company.
It is American, yeah. Yeah. Do you like Starbucks?
I go there, but it's not something like I want to go to Starbucks.
Yeah, it's not a must.
When I'm in Mexico, I go to Starbucks because they have good internet, so
Yeah.
it's like a nice working space. In that case, I go.
Yeah.
Or I like it.
Yes.
But it's not something I wanna go.
That's right. That's right.
Actually, I was told, like, you know, McDonald's.
Yeah.
Its biggest business is not like selling tea or coffee or things like that. It's the houses they buy to make the businesses.
Oh, really?
Like their biggest money is in the houses that those businesses are located.
Oh, okay.
Yes. It's not about the tea and
Yeah, and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right on. So yeah, guys, you have balloons out here. You know, you have people just waiting. You know, travelers just arriving, getting their little coffee fix. This is basically the energy here.
And shout out to the lady. There's a lady who just said, "I am Marwa."
Oh yeah, man, we're walking down there. Everywhere I go with him, someone always recognizes him. You know, it's pretty funny. You know, this guy, so popular, man. How do you feel? You're in the US and people still recognize you like that.
You know, it's because
pretty
I'm
cool.
a blogger. It's because I'm a blogger. I was explaining this to you. If I was, let's say, a music artist, 100% sure I could pull crowds.
Yes.
Let's say I do like October, New York 27th, let's meet, you know? I would pull crowds.
Yes.
Crowds, I mean. Because
Yeah.
people watch me. 100%.
Yeah.
And it's people, it's real people.
Yeah.
You know?
Right on. All right, guys. So we're gonna be, probably sitting down here in a minute and waiting for his friend. Stay tuned.
We waited maybe close to half an hour, and then she emerged from the crowd.
The lady came from the airport. Weird feeling.
She came out, and we said hello. Now there's a part where she gives me a little wink, which for some people they have analyzed it to say somehow we knew each other before. Guys, if you want to know how ridiculous and stupid some people are, open a YouTube channel. You will see some of these comments. It's just the most stupid things that people can imagine. I've never spoken to this lady before. That was the very first time we met.
Super weird.
Hey guys, she's here and time to go. You feeling tired?
All right. Nice to meet you. I'm Ivan. How was your flight?
Not bad.
Not bad?
Just tiring, 16 hours.
16 hours, yeah, that's a long time. Do you have any more bags or that's it?
That's it.
All right.
This is Ivan. I think you've seen him on my stories, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So guys, we are heading now to the car.
We walked towards the car.
Walking to the car now. You guys should walk right here. I don't want someone to get hit. She just arrived here. Yeah. So how was your flight? Good? Nice. Are you shy? We don't want to get you on camera if you're uncomfortable. Okay.
I am shy.
All right, sounds good. So guys, welcome to my Uber. I'm an Uber driver now. I have a special passenger. His name is Marwa. And then I have a lady back there. What's your name? Paulina. I just picked him up at the airport. Stay tuned, guys. This is Uber Ivan. Let's go.
Uber Ivan?
Let's test.